Daianu, former Minister of Finance in Romania and member of the board of the central bank, welcome to WPC TV. You've been in a session, or listening to a session, on the world economy and the future. What do you think are the biggest challenges for the world economy?
I shouldn't say it's a G0 world, as Jan Bremer put it, but it's multipolar increasingly. And what's creating a lot of discomfort to what we used to call the West. Yeah. And I should say the United States primarily. It's the overwhelming power of China, economically and increasingly technologically, and ultimately in military terms. And listening to the debate today, I got the feeling that I had the sentiment that we are examining a relatively benign environment when it comes to the distribution of trade benefits. And that's not the case. Even globalization, if there is a backlash in globalization, is that there is a lot of losers. But my sentiment was reinforced when I've seen that there is no discussion about the military balance of power, however much we tend to dismiss.
So do you think that, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of the Thucydides trap, in which you've got a rising power.
No, but the panelists talked about a Cold War, a new Cold War. Look, if we got into a new Cold War, then we should make an analogy. Yes. And the balance of power has to be defined also in military terms. And if there is a drastic, massive shift of power in the world, and Europe does not play much of a role in this. This is, in a way, ironic, and it's very sad for Europe.
Climate change, which you mentioned in a question.
It was not discussed at all. The panelists talked about artificial intelligence, technological change, implicitly about dislocation of labor. But there was no discussion about climate change. In my view, climate change is more of an existential threat than how to deal with artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence by itself cannot deal with climate change unless there is the political will in Washington, in Beijing, and in Europe, and I say in India. Yeah. To deal with this issue. Unless we do something about it, it may be that in a couple of decades, the discussion about artificial intelligence will be totally irrelevant.
On that rather pessimistic but doubtless justified note, Daianu, thank you so much for being on WPC TV. Thank you.